No dress on, no makeup on, no wig on, still a woman.
Yeah, well, that'll be your little secret.
Dear Elon, I thought you'd want to come face to face with me, boy. You're your boyfriend, no doubt. Lies. Oh, and I'd see right through them, and you know I would. Would it be a dream come true if you met me in person? Would it?
This person cannot be real. You can't seriously have a face like this without some sort of CGI or something. And if this person is real, wow.
Her questioner asked earlier, and I'm curious to answer too, why does Donald Trump need a gun? Why does a felon got a gun? That's another felony charge for a felon to own a gun.
What the fuck?
What is a woman?
A real woman is one that's got a and all that. I'm a cross-dresser. I'm a f***ing man. I really am. The only way a man could be a woman is if they had the surgery, you know? I don't want to do that.
Yeah, it was going oh so well until he decided to say that you can actually change your sex, which is just stupidity and is nonsense. But I don't expect much from someone who does dress like him anyway.
Sit down. I want to tell you why I don't want to have kids. Men.
When I see people like this making videos like this, I'm actually quite happy. People like you definitely should not have kids. Your generation will die with you, and then we don't get to hear any more of your stupidity. So I'm glad it's a win-win for everyone.
Trans gay men.
Yeah, but we're femme presenting, so we were just shouting it. We were shouting that we were trans gay men because we are. Trans gay men!
What is a trans gay man?
Biologically female, but we're trans men and we're gay. We like guys.
Do you have gender dysphoria?
Yes, heavily.
But you're still femme presenting?
Yeah, I still femme present. I find it comfortable, but at the same time, it does get hard when I can't look mask.
So do you identify as gay or queer?
As queer.
As queer. That's fair, because you're trans guys, right? That's fair. What about you?
Queer as well.
Queer. What about you?
I am not a trans gay man. I identify as a pansexual.
Yay! That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, that's pretty boring if you ask. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I mean, it's pretty boring to be just a basic lesbian right now.
I can't find other lesbians out there, so.
Right here, girl. Right here. There's like one of them in this whole parade.
Oh my god.
Everyone's queer.
Yeah, everyone.
Everybody, right?
I would think so, yeah.
It's time to go hunting for some lesbians.
He said it's time to go hunting for some lesbians.
It's very hilarious to me that these are supposedly the people destroying the gender norms, but all they ever do is appeal to the gender norms, and everything they do goes back to being the gender norms. Make it make sense.
I created the day because I wanted a day that we could be proud of what we are. I wanted a day that we could celebrate. And you know, I kept on waiting for someone else to create it. And I waited. And I waited, and I waited. And then finally I said to myself, if no one else is going to start it, I will.
There is not much I'm going to say to this video. I'm just going to leave you guys with.
Would you guys say that you lean more liberal or more conservative?
Definitely more liberal.
Yeah. Okay, why liberal?
Because I'm black.
Yeah. We're gay. What do you guys think is the biggest issue that's facing Gen Z right now?
Many of us leave colleges that we pay a bunch of money for with a degree, and we can't get a job. Truth, we leave schools with spending all this money for a degree, and we can't even use them, and we're stuck in like low-income jobs.
So is college a scam?
No.
Before we get back into the video, make sure you guys like the video if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the bell that you'll see beside the subscribe button so that you're notified when one of my videos come out. Follow me on Instagram, X as they call it, TikTok at YinkaThatGuy, and let's get back into the video.
Hey guys, Brittany here. I'm a mess. I'm not doing good at all today. I'm like really angry and splitting so much, and I'm just like, I want to go back to bed, but I have to work because there's some like money I need to make, and I have a horrible headache, and I just can't stop splitting. And if you're familiar with splitting, it's basically like getting angry at people and like not being able to control it and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know the exact definition of splitting, but I could tell I'm doing it right now. I also just realized I haven't taken my meds in like 2 days, so you know, that could be contributing to this also. I'm just like, I literally don't know what to do. Anything I put on like music wise to listen to, I'm literally sobbing. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna listen to music and cry. So I'm a little more calm now, and basically, like, I don't know, I just really caught myself splitting, and I even wrote out a really mean text, and then I deleted it because I'm like, no, I'm splitting. So my coping skills are literally just gonna be me listening to music and getting orders because I have to make money. I can't just go home and sleep. So yeah.
She has the bull nose ring piercing, and this bull nose ring piercing is probably the craziest one I've ever seen. So you already know stupidity is about to be said, which is what we witnessed during this whole video. Am I surprised? No.
Gender, 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 gender. What gender is that? What gender? The other one. Wait, what's the You're not giving us any answers. Where's the gender in the cake? There's no genders here. Is that supposed to be the end? Am I going to taste the gender? I'm only going to taste the purple. Oh, it doesn't mean none? It means nothing. Yeah! I can't believe you brought us all here to your gender party just for there not to be any.
Are they seriously doing gender reviews with adults?
If you're struggling with your mental health, games can be a really great way to feel better. So I'm going to show you Super Mario Checkers and Cards Against Humanity. Let's just pull out a couple of pieces at random. Oh, look, it's Luigi. Everyone loves Luigi, right? We love Luigi. So let's pull out a question card here randomly. What makes life worth living? I'm going to get Luigi, oh, he jumped there, to hold on to that card. Let's see, picking out an answer again at random. Oh, what's this one? Oh, that's awful. That is awful. It's a joke game. It's comedy, right? It's not serious at all. Let's pick another card. I don't like that one at all. Let's see what this one has to say. Oh, that's terrible. That's just.
Yeah, of course, another very sane and normal human being making jokes about, you know, doing some violent things.
This is my granddaughter. You see this face? I want y'all to know I practice what I preach. If you cannot let your child feel safe at home, they're never going to feel safe in the street, honey. Okay? That's what I got. Safety at home. If this is what your child is trying to do, support them. It ain't hurt nobody. She ain't gonna be as cute as my granddaughter, but you know, you can try. Okay.
Yeah, there are just some things you don't need to post to social media. But of course, in this generation where everyone feels the need to post their stupidity online, here we are. I'm not even surprised anymore at this point.
As a racial justice advocate, I'm often invited to give talks or to do workshops where I talk to white people about race. A big part of my practice is to offer real-life stories, examples, that type of thing, that help white people to be able to identify white supremacy in everyday life. My husband's family is white, and I often use the cultural differences between my family and his family as a way to help white people see their whiteness. There's one example that I use that always gets a ton of pushback. My husband and I were late to our first Thanksgiving with his family. I say late because it started at 12. We got there at 12:10, but whenever we got there at 12:10, everybody was already sat down and eating. I didn't know that. I use this illustration to point out that different cultures have different understandings of time, lateness, and what it means to be polite. Without fail, a white person will push back and say that lateness is impolite. I always use this as a teachable moment. I usually ask a series of pointed questions that challenge their assumptions. Sometimes it takes a lot of work, but by the end they're able to identify how white cultural dominance works in this one small area of life, which opens the door for them to start peeling the onion.
At first I thought this was a joke, but I'm beginning to see more and more videos like this, which is raising some concerns for me. I know in this day and age people love to play victim, but this is definitely a new level of victimhood I have never seen, and it is very interesting.
And then my fucking idiot father is like, why can't you just be with a nice white boy? You know why, Dad? I had a vision of my fucking son who came to me and he was smiling at something next to me, and he was smiling so hard I couldn't see what his eyes looked like yet. But I saw his hair and I saw his skin and he was half black. So if you really want to fucking know, Dad, that's why I can't be with a white boy. So yeah.
This person is definitely sane.
If I'm going to do a trend, I'm going to put my own spin on it. As you can see, I did the yarn makeup look. However, I also did a yarn hairstyle. I also did yarn earrings. I also did yarn nails. Also have this cute little crochet two-piece set. As you can see, I created a whole story with my look. If I'm going to do a trend, I'm always going to put my own little spin on it. And this is my spin on the yarn makeup look.
Your ultimate is making yourself look like an idiot. Bravo.
Another beautiful day.
The only tears I've been seeing for the past couple of months has been liberal tears. I can guarantee you I haven't seen any Trump supporters crying over whatever it is that you think they're crying over. I know on this channel we have been drinking on the woke liberal tears, so I do not know what the heck you're talking about. This is what we call cope.
I just want to remind you guys that if you are a man dating a trans woman, that does not make you gay, because trans women are women. Stay with me now. Trans women are women. They're actually some of the most incredible women that I know. And if you are dating a trans woman, you should feel lucky and maybe like worship the ground she walks on.
Yeah, I'm definitely not taking any advice from you.
You know, I gotta ask, it's the middle of the day on Wednesday. Do you have a job?
I do. Wednesdays, I have some flexibility, and during the day, I'm able to go do stuff. I have stuff I gotta get do.
We leave our jobs because
tomorrow.
Our blood is not more precious than the guys and children. That no salary, no slave wage is enough to stop me from actually raising my voice.
Do you have a job?
Yeah, I have two.
I agree, and they ask the same question even when it's a Sunday.
Well, no, just because today's Wednesday, I'm just curious what people do.
And you do think that we don't work weekends? I'm sorry.
Why you're yelling?
Because you are asking loaded questions to us. You're trying to paint us a picture that we're like unworking Americans. We don't do. Apparently, we are somehow villainized. This happened at Occupy Wall Street. Every time we try to do something.
I didn't say any of that, though.
Yeah, you did. You said.
I said, do you have a job? Maybe you're projecting something. I don't know.
Someone has finally asked a question I've been wondering, because these people seem to be protesting 24/7. Of course, when the question is asked, they don't even answer it. And for some reason, one of the guys in the video is getting extremely angry to a very valid question. He's just rambling incoherently, and I am not surprised.
But as I've watched my trans loved ones come into their own truths, it was as if I went from perceiving only primary colors to a whole rainbow of subtle shades. From seeing flat images to looking at the world in 4D. And I released so much of the need to define myself against someone else's measuring stick, and I was able to embrace aspects of who I truly was that I had beaten into submission. To know a trans person is to know someone who has taken a Herculean journey to overpower these assumptions. Someone who has experienced profound inner and outer doubt, and they have triumphed. Their very existence in this world is a miracle of self-definition, and as a result, my trans loved ones are the wisest, funniest, and most embodied people that I have ever known. So if these words reach just one teenager who wonders if they've been abandoned by cis people after the most recent election, or one trans person struggling to remember how loved they are, I will have done my whole job. So we love you, we see you, we bow down to your charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent, and we are so lucky to love you, and to fight with you and for you, to learn from you, and to ensure that our rights are inseparable from yours. Trans lives don't just matter. They transform the world into a place of possibility, joy, and discovery. Trans liberation is our liberation, and without it, none of us are free. Thank you all so much.
Why is it always when I come across the ABCD rainbow community, it's either I come across people with rainbow colored hair, or I just come to a place where you would usually find cows.